Have you ever looked back and realized that a moment you brushed off was actually a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? What if the conversations you delay, the trips you cancel, or the dreams you keep pushing aside are costing you more than time? They're costing you memories, connection, and your purpose. Let's talk about how to stop letting life slip through your fingers and start showing up for what really matters before it's too late. I'm going to talk about how it's your time and how to use your time wisely. I have a quote I want to speak from that triggered some deep thinking. It kept me up for quite a while. If you're one of those individuals who believe in synchronicity, you know there's a saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. One of the exciting things about what I do now is you learn, you earn, and you pass it on. I'm training other speakers. I've been speaking for a very long time, 52 years, and I still love it. I love motivating people. I love encouraging people. I love making people laugh. I really do. I remember when I was in the 5th grade. I was performing for the kids in my class, and the teacher said, "You could be a comedian." She didn't even punish me. She was outside in the hall cracking up and brought other teachers to come and watch me. I had a little routine. Laughter is important. Life has things that are tracking us, stalking us, trying to rob us of our happiness. But we're in a good place right now. Just think about it. The air breathes better. There's no drama. I'm not waking up wondering what disaster happened today, and we want to maximize this moment. It's your time. Maximize this moment. Take advantage of it. We just got through some stuff, and we're still here. So take advantage of the time you've been given. Herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit. This is the time to be productive and fruitful, because this is a different landscape, a different environment. This is your time. This is my time too. Nobody's going to hand you something on a silver platter. You've got to work for it. Commit thy works. If you're not willing to work, nothing works. You could be given the best opportunity in the world, but if you're not willing to work, it won't matter. I remember visiting a friend who had just bought a brand new home on Miami Beach. We were coming over from Liberty City. His home was big and beautiful. His brother asked him, "How did you get something like this?" The older brother said, "A lot of hard work." And the younger one looked around and said, "I'm not willing to do that." Did you hear that? I'm not willing to do that. And we drove back across the causeway to a life we were just surviving. That sentence echoed in my mind. I'm not willing to do that. Most people, wherever you find yourself today, that's where you made a decision to be, based on how much work you're willing to put in to change your situation. People ask me how I went from Liberty City to becoming one of the top 5 speakers in the world. I was willing to work. Most people aren't. General Norman Schwarzkopf, Lee Iacocca, Robert Schuller, Paul Harvey, those were the names I stood beside as a top 5 speaker. I didn't have a TV show or a syndicated radio show like them, but I was moving. Write this down, keep it moving. I learned that from my mother. We had a small house, but every time I came home, the furniture was rearranged. I wondered how she did it, but the why was more important. She was always changing things up. You don't want to get too comfortable where you are when deep down you know you can do more. There's a life beyond survival. What it takes to survive and what it takes to live are 2 different things. Where I was didn't work for me, and I'm astonished when I go back home and see people in the same place decades later. You've got to keep it moving. One time I came home from a tour and saw a window installed in our living room. My mom had found it in a demolished house. I asked her why, and she said, "You said you were going to buy me a home. I don't know if you're going to build it or buy it, but in case you build it, here's one less window to buy." That fired me up. I got that house fast. That window was a symbol, a reminder, and she told me, don't touch it. We're here to work. If you're moving in the wrong direction, at least you're moving. You'll discover and adjust. But don't stand still. This is not a place to freeze. All good times and bad have expiration dates. But if you keep it moving, you'll get out faster. You'll get blessings out of nowhere. Activity activates your angels. I got a phone call recently from someone who said, I've been listening to you for years. You brought me out of darkness, and I want to bless you. It came from nowhere, but really it came from years of movement. You have the opportunity to be a blessing to somebody. Every day that you wake up is the best day of your life. If someone asks, how you doing? Say, it's the best day of my life. No, I didn't win the lottery, but I'm here. You don't believe it? Try missing one. Focus. Lock your mind on your goal. I made up my mind to buy my mother a house. I made up my mind to make it happen, no matter what. I made up my mind to rise beyond Liberty City. Everybody goes through something. Don't ask why me, ask why not me. Most people don't care, and the rest are glad it's not them. You are God's favorite child. If not, you'd be 6 feet under. You were chosen to be here, now. So take unto you the whole armor of God. That means initiative. Create something different for yourself, for your family, for your future. Ambition, the refusal to settle. Engagement, use your mind, stay active in your life. Learning, keep growing, because this is a new world and you'll need new tools. The tools from before won't work now. Be mindful, not afraid, but mindful. Ask yourself, how should I be conducting myself in this new time? I got to be mindful of the air that I breathe, and you might say, oh, that's just too bothersome. Oh, okay, good. Can I get some life insurance on you? Let me tell you something. You've got to deal with what is. I'm tired of this corona thing. Do you hear me? I'm tired. I'm sick. No, I'm not going to say I'm sick and tired. I'm just tired of it. It's gotten on my last nerve, but I can deal with it. I'm not going to be so tired and irritated that I won't wear a mask. Oh, now they're saying wear 2 masks. You know what? If they said wear 12 masks so you don't end up on a ventilator, guess what? I'd wear 12. I got my Mickey Mouse mask. I got my Minnie Mouse mask. If they say wear 2 masks, I'm wearing 3, and I got a shield too. If Corona knocks on my door and sees me like that, I want it to say, oh no, not him again. He's overdoing it. Let's go someplace else. That's what I want. Because I want to live, I'm having a good time. I don't want to be on no ventilator, locked in a hospital room, only able to see people's eyes through glass. That's not a good time for me. This is why I enjoy making money from home. People are sleeping on this. Don't sleep this. You can laugh, earn, and leave well from the comfort of your own home. You don't have to be on planes anymore sitting next to people who have to take their mask off to eat and then look at you while chewing. No, sir, you want to take the initiative to create something different for yourself. You want to practice social distancing from people and the refrigerator. Take the steps you need to take to keep yourself here longer. Add life to your years and years to your life. Create special moments. When I come speak to you, it's special to me. I love you. Yes, I do. Been taking singing lessons, too. I'm coming for you. Oh, behave. You can't handle all this talent. Let me tell you something. I don't do this often. When Gladys Knight and I were married, I wanted to sing, so she took me to one of her friends for vocal lessons. I was in the middle of doing some vocal exercises when her friend's husband walked in, said hello, and went into the kitchen. Then we heard a loud boom. He had hit the floor. He'd been drinking and passed out, said he got drunk listening to me sing. He said, "Give him his money back." I got drunk listening to this man. Said I sounded like I was gargling razor blades. Some people are cruel. That was not nice. I didn't try singing again for a long time. One time I tried to sing to her, and she said, "Will you go to hell to sleep?" I thought she'd say something sweet like, "There's a voice in there somewhere." But no, she wouldn't lie. You can see I'm fired up today. Listen, you have something special. You have greatness in you. This is your time. Use this time to learn a new way to earn money. Major corporations are doing it. Their people are working from home. You want to jump on that bandwagon. People say opportunity knocks on every door. No, it doesn't. Opportunity stands silently, waiting for you to recognize it. This has been Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. You have something special. You are God's miracle child. Some great things are going to happen to you today. Thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established unto you. You are a masterpiece. Because you're a piece of the master, be with that. Meditate on that. Keep your life focused on your dreams. You were born to live your dreams, not your fears. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. You'll miss my kid and play flat top, don't you? I'm going to grow it back because I can, because we're going to talk about something very important. In pursuit of your goals and dreams, one of the most overlooked but powerful factors is how you use your time. People talk about time management. You can't manage time. Everyone has 24 hours. What you need to manage is yourself. People ask me all the time, "How do you know so many quotes?" I say, because I took the time to memorize them. I put the work in. I use my time differently than other speakers, trainers, or coaches. Think about it. What are you doing with your time today? We're all basically the same. The only difference is how we use our time. I know people with incredible talent. The difference between them and others, the time they invest. So ask yourself, is this the most productive use of my time? While my friends were partying, and I love to party, I spent more time developing myself. I spent time with my coach, Mike Williams, who wrote The Road to Your Best Stuff. I liked my friends, but they weren't going to pay my bills. The skills I learned with Mike did. Write this down. If you use your time correctly, you'll be able to generate walk away money. The average person doesn't value time. Do you know people like that? I see you. Don't hide. People who have talent, abilities, and potential. But they're not using their time. You don't manage time. You manage yourself. I carved out time every day to memorize 3 to 5 quotes. Every day, you give me a topic. I can roll with it immediately. It's in here. Because I used my time to read, to study, to learn how to use quotes to create humor, to teach, to move people. If you're listening to me right now, if you want to become a great presenter, a powerful speaker, you must develop your power voice, and you do that by investing time. Put in the time to learn a new skill virtually. Get out of a job that's not fulfilling. Create a business you can run from the comfort of your home. I used to travel all over the world, but I don't do that anymore. My buddy Tyrone said, "Don't do that no more." Some of y'all don't know Tyrone. He's the squirrel outside my window. Here's something Shakespeare said, "Defer no time, delays have dangerous consequences." I remember I had an opportunity to audition for a play at Miami-Dade Community College. I didn't show up on time. Someone else got the role, not just because I was late, but because I didn't believe in myself. I thought, something else will come up. But nothing else came up. We've all had those moments where we put something off and it cost us. I had someone interested in joining my speaker training program. I had a slot open and he said, "I'll call you tomorrow." He didn't. 2 weeks later he asked if he could join. I said no. He asked why not. I told him, you have to take advantage of the opportunity in the lifetime of the opportunity, that you want to achieve something that's important to you, someplace that you want to go, something that matters. And as you look at it and think about it and say, I'd like to do this one day. No, 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 you don't know. Don't operate with that one day I'm going to mentality. I remember being with my best friend Boo, he's since passed, and we were in Nassau, Bahamas. I said, you know what, Boo, this is the first time you and we've been traveling all over the world, but this is the first time that we actually have time to spend here in Nassau. You can find relatives you haven't talked to in years. He said, oh, I've got to get back to the States. I've got to cook. There's a special event for the church. I said, hey, Boo, guess what? They can get another cook. You have enough time. A week in advance make a call. Let them know you won't be there. You're on vacation. We've never taken time just to enjoy ourselves. We always traveled for work. When I was speaking city to city, Boo was always with me, but we never just stopped to be together to have something personal and fun. So I said, this is the place. Let's do it here. Let's spend 3 weeks, maybe a month here. Find your relatives here in Nassau or Bimini. Let's chill. He said he couldn't. I said, why not? He said, because I have to cook for the church. I said, you've got time. Call them. Let them know. He said, there's nobody else. I said, listen to me. If something happened to you, they'd find somebody else. They wouldn't cancel the event. He didn't know. I didn't know when he said, I can't do it. He didn't know that he wouldn't get another chance. He died a few days after we got back, and guess what? They got another cook. They got someone else. Sometimes we think we're irreplaceable. We're not. Somebody's waiting. When you have a goal, a dream, something you want to do, if you don't do it, somebody else will. Trust me, nobody is irreplaceable. They stepped in for Boo and they cooked. And all I could think about as I sat in the front row at his funeral, looking at him in that casket, was how he always gave of himself. But we never took time to give to ourselves. That moment we could have had, that month in Nassau, we never got it. Never happened. There's a quote. Miles Davis said, time is not the main thing, time is the only thing. And he's absolutely right. So I want to ask you, how are you spending your time? How much of it are you putting into things that bring you joy? Things that make you smile, things that make you feel good, make you laugh. How much time and energy are you focused on spending time with people that you love, to live a life of no regrets? There's a lady who worked for hospice, and she wrote a book about that, living a life of no regrets. She said that people, when they were dying, didn't regret how much money they made in their business. They regretted how little time they spent with the people who mattered. If they had their lives to live over again, they would spend more time with certain people. At the end of our conversation today, I want to encourage you, make a list of people you need to deepen your relationship with, someone you need to write a letter to, not a text. A letter. Say, I love you, thank you for what you've meant to me. Letters are personal. People don't get them anymore. Remember going to the drugstore, getting those little tablets and pens to write real letters. I sent some letters out to friends the other day. They called me and said, thank you, that meant a lot, because I took the time. I thought about it. I didn't buy a card. I used my own voice and my own words. So I'm encouraging you. Think about some people who care about you and who you care about. People who meant something to you at some point in life. Write to them, let them know you're thinking of them. How are you using your time? If there's something you've been meaning to do, something important, carve out the time to do it. Stop putting it off. There's another quote I love. You know I love quotes. This one says, "Sometimes you never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory." I was talking to two friends of mine. They knew Dr. Howard Thurman when they were younger. Some of you might not know him. He was a mentor to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I was blown away. You knew Dr. Howard Thurman. I had some CD they had gifted me, and I asked, what was he like? They said he was nice, thoughtful, quiet, a deep thinker. I asked, did you ever sit with him and ask questions, try to get ideas from him? They said, no, we didn't know he was all that. Dr. Howard Thurman, the centering moment, deep is the hunger. Two primary questions you should ask yourself in life. Where am I going? Who's going with me? And if you ever ask those questions in the wrong order, you'll be in trouble. He was a bad brother. They said we didn't know he was all that. Oh my goodness, I've had moments with people I didn't know were all that. I blew it. If I had known who they really were, I would have maximized that moment. I would have gotten more out of it. Have you ever had a moment like that? If you agree, say yes. You were with someone, but you didn't value it at the time, and later realized you missed something powerful. Right now, in this history-changing era, the people who are going to come out on top, the people who will gain control of their destiny, the people who will maximize their moment in history, strengthen their families, grow their skills, and build wealth, are the people who use their time productively. They're the ones taking time to learn something new. I say this every day, and I'll keep saying it. If you're not willing to learn, nobody can help you. If you're willing to learn, nobody can stop you. You were not born to survive this life. You were born to live it, fully, boldly, with joy, love, and intention. So write that letter, make that call, take that trip. Say yes to the opportunity, because time isn't something we manage. It's something we honor. You have something special. You have greatness in you, and if you're willing to use your time wisely, no one can stop you.